Boy lent his dad's tools to a biker on the road. 80 Hells Angels showed up at his house. It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon in suburban Phoenix when 7-year-old Tyler Brennan saw something that would change his life forever. His mother, Rachel, was inside making dinner, still adjusting to life without her husband, who'd passed away just over a year ago. Outside, Tyler was playing near the curb when he noticed a man on the side of the road, crouched beside a gleaming black motorcycle. The man looked frustrated, covered in grease, and clearly stranded. Without hesitation, Tyler ran inside, grabbed his father's old red toolbox, the one he wasn't supposed to touch, and hurried back out. "My dad used to fix things," he said shyly, holding it out. "Maybe this'll help." The biker, Marcus, looked stunned. He knelt down to Tyler's level. "You're letting me borrow your dad's tools?" Tyler nodded. He wouldn't mind. He always helped people. Marcus's eyes glistened. "Thank you, kid," he said softly. "I won't forget this." 5 days later, Rachel heard the rumble before she saw them. At first, she thought it was thunder. Then came the roar, deep, rolling, relentless. She peeked through the blinds and froze. 80 motorcycles lined the street. Leather-clad men with patches, beards, and tattoos filled her front yard. Neighbors slammed windows shut. Someone called the police. Rachel's heart pounded as she clutched Tyler close. But then 2 men stepped forward, one older with silver-streaked hair and calm eyes, the other familiar, Marcus. "Ma'am," the older man said gently, removing his helmet, "my name's Vincent Harrington. They call me Smoke. I'm president of the Arizona Hells Angels." Rachel trembled. "What do you want?" Vincent knelt, meeting Tyler's gaze. "We're here to thank him." Silence fell over the street. "He lent me his dad's tools when I was broken down. Didn't know who I was, didn't care, just helped." Marcus turned to Rachel. "We don't forget kindness, especially from a child who's already lost so much. We may wear patches that scare folks, but we live by a code: loyalty, honor, family. And today, we're here to show you what that really means." What happened next left the neighborhood speechless. For the rest of the day, those 80 bikers, men society often feared or judged, got to work. They fixed Tyler's sagging porch steps, patched the leaky roof, painted the peeling fence, and even planted flowers in the barren garden. One rewired the flickering kitchen light, another repaired the broken swing set. They worked quietly, efficiently, with rough hands and gentle hearts. Neighbors watched from behind curtains, their fear slowly melting into awe. By sunset, Vincent handed Rachel a worn leather card. "If you ever need anything, call this number, day or night. You and Tyler, your family now." At school, Tyler faced whispers. "Your mom's hanging out with gangsters," some kids taunted. But Emma, his best friend, tugged his sleeve after class. "My grandpa says people aren't always what they seem," she whispered. "What they did was brave." That Thanksgiving, Rachel and Tyler sat at a long table in a clubhouse draped in fairy lights and autumn garlands. Laughter echoed. Children played. Women passed dishes of stuffing and pumpkin pie. Linda, a biker's wife with kind eyes and inked sleeves, squeezed Rachel's hand. "We've all lost someone," she said, "but we don't let each other drown." When a blizzard hit Phoenix weeks later, a rare, heavy snowfall, Rachel woke to find her driveway already cleared. Outside, Marcus and Vincent were shoveling snow for Mrs. Callahan next door, an 82-year-old widow. By noon, every elderly neighbor and single parent on the block had dry walkways and warm driveways, all thanks to the Hells Angels, who'd shown up unasked before dawn. Rachel stood in her doorway, tears mixing with snowflakes. For the first time since her husband died, she didn't feel alone. Tyler, bundled in a new leather jacket gifted by the club, with a tiny custom prospect patch stitched inside, grinned up at her. "See, Mom, they're not scary. They're just people." And in that moment, she believed him. Months passed. The neighborhood changed, not just in appearance, but in spirit. Suspicion gave way to nods of respect. Fear turned into gratitude. The Hells Angels didn't parade through town, they simply showed up. For barbecues, school fundraisers, even helping rebuild a neighbor's garage after a storm. Tyler learned that courage isn't about muscles or motorcycles, it's about trust. About lending your father's wrench to a stranger because your heart says it's right. And Rachel? She found joy again, not in forgetting her husband, but in honoring his legacy through the kindness their son carried forward. Years later, Tyler would tell this story to his own children, how one small act of generosity opened a door to an unexpected family, one bound not by blood, but by loyalty, compassion, and the quiet understanding that everyone deserves a second look and a second chance. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring more real stories of hope, humanity, and the power of kindness to millions around the world. Tell us in the comments, where are you watching from, and have you ever been surprised by someone society told you to fear? Thanks for watching.